Bom, nós temos aqui a análise do Lourival Santana, mas também temos o nosso correspondente da CNN Internacional na Colômbia, Stefano Pozzebon, que analisou os objetivos de Gustavo Petro ao se reunir com Trump na Casa Branca.
Petro sees himself as a historic president for Colombia, being the first left-wing president in this country's history. And so we know that there will be an election between May and June. Colombia celebrates elections with two rounds. Of course, there is a candidate that is strongly supported by the current government, the left-wing candidate Ivan Cepeda. We are still far from understanding who the front-runner for that election will be. But Petro will try, and he knows that in order to preserve his legacy when it comes to the war on drugs, to the establishment of security here in Colombia, he needs to have at least some form of support, or at least an intent, an understanding with Washington, which is by far the largest provider of both funds and actual physical armaments for Colombia to combat drug traffickers and guerrillas alike. So the first topic and the first goal for Petro would be to know that the relationship is stable and strong despite the differences between himself and President Trump. Gustavo Petro is on the OFAC list, which is a list of international leaders who don't do enough in order to combat the flows of drug trafficking. The current president of Colombia does not have a visa in order to travel to the United States. He was allowed to go to meet President Trump on a temporary permit, not with a stable visa, and also that, for example, his estranged wife was not able to travel to Colombia a few months ago on a personal travel because no airline would sell her a ticket, and no US bank or international credit card holders would allow her to conduct economic transactions because her name is on that list. So there is both a geopolitics at place. Colombia does want to have a stable relationship with the United States, and Gustavo Petro personally wants to get his name out of the Clinton list.